Hello everybody, welcome back to Sol Cesto. There has been an update. So, if we come into here, we can see that we have 393 coins. Do we still know our songs? Yeah, strength and magic are reversed for one floor. Interesting, I thought that used to be permanent, but maybe I'm misremembering. The melody is carved into bark of a tree. Collected gold is returned to the surface. It must be close to heat the hatch. Don't know what that means. Let's see these new things at the shop. A chili at the shop and a seed at the shop. And also there's a new character, so I'm told, but previously I thought we got those characters by getting things unlocked with coins and stars, but let's take a seed at the shop. And then we'll take the night and we'll delve in. So there's also a new biome to reach. So now I have to remember how to play because it's been a while. We have our flute, we have our songs, we have our enemies. Heals 1, destroys a monster of choice, sun power on 4. Okay. Everywhere has 2 red guys, so we'll take our safe ones in stride. That gets us through here. We could take a chest with the vertical. I'm going to. And then we'll get out of here. If you haven't seen this game before, it's basically die roll mitigator. So every time we come to a space, you can see that we've got percentages that we will land on any given space. As far as I'm aware, those are true percentages, not like sneaky video game percentages, but we can manipulate these numbers by taking teeth later on. You can see the modifications to our stats in the lower left corner. Currently, everything is nice and vanilla. These guys we can kill for free because we have 2 red attack and they have 2 red attack, so that's a wash. These have 3, so they do 1. These guys have 1 blue, so they... Excuse my break for sneezing. They are no harm to us at all. So we're on 3 of 5 health. We're going to get this health every time. Let's see if we can get this health. Or this health. This means by killing that guy and this guy, we can now leave the floor at full health. And here is our first statue with some teeth for us. Attraction to magic monsters minus 20%. Attraction to strength monsters plus 9%. That's not bad for us because we've got more strength than magic. Attraction to magic monsters down 29%. Attraction to strawberries minus 12%. Attraction to chests plus 18%, attraction to traps plus 9%. I'm going to go less on magic monsters, less on strawberries. So you can see those stats now reflected in the lower left corner. Here is our shop. We can buy a bubble, protects us from a monster when we get attacked. A bow destroys a monster of our choice. A power potion increases magic and strength for +2 for 1 turn, or a die that regenerates a new screen, not just in the shop, but in all screens. We can also squish the bugs with our finger. How much money do we have right now? 9. Tells us on the little belly of this frog guy. So, not enough to do much with. So I'm just going to buy this die, and we'll be on our way. You can click this guy. If you're quick, you get a coin. This is not a great location for us. We could start on this column with our sun power. That lets us choose a vertical column to go through instead. However, right now we're at full health, so I don't want to risk getting this health while we're at full health. We have the same attraction to traps, which is not helpful. Let's start here. Okay. That's fine. We're more likely to hit the trap than this guy because we took negative on attraction to monsters. We need to get through 5 presses or 5 item uses to get the door to unlock for us. That's just bad luck. That's also bad luck. Let's take one more here. Good. Alright, I could take this, but I'm going to keep my power available and go down again. On this screen, we can put money that we own into this pot, and then that will go up to the surface. I am going to just put in 200, because that's what the other thing to unlock in the shop was worth. But there's also this yellow rock here. Oh, what a treat. There's 10 gold in there. I will take 10 gold every day of the week. Okay, this is... Okay, when these guys have turned around, they will be free to kill because we're on 2 red health, they'll be on 2. So start down here, and then we can go up here, and then they'll keep turning. It's the 2 purple dots here that tell you that they have a special effect, which is described in the top left corner. So we can just keep doing back and forths here. And it's a nice opportunity just to get a bunch of extra stuff. So that's a whole bunch of money. And now for another tooth. Using an item turns a random tile into a bonus tile. Using 2 items gives back 1 life point. Heals 1 life point every 2 floors. I think this is going to be best for us. And now we get to decide, do we want to be a 3-1 character or a 2-2 character? I used to go really hard on being like all in on one side, ignore the other, but then later I discovered that being more balanced is actually very good, basically. So we're going to take the 2-2 stat line here. So this guy here is giving the adjacent monsters additional power, as is this guy, but as you can see, they've got 2. They go from 1 to 2. This is a free row right here. We're going to get the fruit, which will be lovely. Let's try these chests on first. Nice. Then we'll come down here. We can just clear out this whole line of 4. And now we're free to go. We could try and greed some more money, but there's no more. Oh, there is 1 healing on the board. Let's do this, of course. Do that, and then if we do this, there's a 55% chance we get the strawberry. Nice. Of course, I really wanted to recharge my sun power, and as it happens, we're going to get there, but we're not going to have all the health that I might want. What is this? A seed. Plants a seed under your feet. There's also this bug here. If you squish it, get a coin. I don't know what this does, but I would like to know what this does. So I will eat my potion. Heals 1 life point. Then we will buy that. The key unlocks the door at any time, which is very helpful. But I don't think we need it right now. I think I'm pretty happy to take what we've got with us. Plants a seed under your feet. I don't know what that means. These guys are beefy. They've got 4 on their stat line. And we're more attracted to them, which is unpleasant. Let's start down here while this guy's turned... Actually, it doesn't matter what side he turns to anymore. Alright, well the chests are lovely. Let's do this. Then we need 2 more to get out of here. That's 1. Or we could use an item which counts for a pip on the door if it still works the same. I'll just take this 50-50. Alright. Get me out. So, here at the healing pools, the Knight's Power the fountain gets light. The fountain's light gets its power from the sun. So if we come to the fountain while our sun power is not charged, we get a full free recharge. Now we can take, I think, a bunch of money, an extra inventory slot, or more max HP. I'm inclined to more max HP, I think. You get whole health back and more. So we go from 3 of 5 to 6 of 6. This heals us, not that it matters because we were at full. Good selection of fruits, but it's going to damage us to fetch them in all likelihood. Okay, that's fine. 2 more for the door. Let's take one of those. And... nice. I really need to use this seed at some point, just to see what it does, because otherwise I'll never know. I'm not going to put any extra money in there right now, because I want to go deep to the new content, and so having an economy will help us do that. This guy is really annoying. Removes a bonus tile every turn. Nobody likes that. We could shoot him with an arrow, and then he would be gone, or we could just attack this row aggressively, but we'd lose 2 health to do it. So, start here. We took that tile. We'll go to here. We took that tile. Alright, we get through here relatively unscathed. More teeth. Attraction to chests up, attraction to traps up. Gaining life points creates a gold coin. The merchant has fewer strawberries. Attraction to chests up, actions before reloading the sun power, +1. Currently this is at 4. 5 would not be the worst. We are gaining life all the time thanks to this guy. So that'll be a coin every 2 floors basically. Plus if we land on strawberries or anything else. The merchant has fewer strawberries is always one that's like confused me, because the merchant doesn't stock strawberries typically, as far as I've been aware. Let's try and get rid of this guy who's going to steal all the food. Thank you. We're at 6. We need 1 more. If we get this guy, we get this fruit for free. So we were never going to lose out there. Back to the shop. We can use items in the shop. They might not do something, but sometimes they will. Like the die will re-roll everything. So shall we plant a seed under our feet in here and see if anything happens? Nothing happened as far as I'm aware. But I will renew and carry on. The number of the floor we are on is always reflected just in the little bit of text squished into that UI there. There's 4 tiles that are completely free here, so that's nice. Golden chest is worth more than a regular chest. So now we can just spam this row. And get out. Guy at the top does not fill me with fear. I'd just like them to be gone. Okay, well, 2 more actions. 1 more action. 42%, 42%. We got lucky. Been known to happen. Do I want any of this? I think I'm still pretty much okay. Alright, this red drippy door does not look very fun, so keep an eye out for what's to come soon. For now, I'm just going to tank the hit against that guy. Take these two. That's 5. So half of this tooth is glowing. So I know that when I go through here, the other half is going to fill up and I'm going to get to full health. And I meet my friend. Friend, I've missed you. Your teeth are looking so clean today. We always compliment our friend when we see them here. Right. If you end up in the shaded zone, you die. So look out for that. Let's go down here. And then up here. And then back down here. And then up to there. And back down here. And how about up to there again? So we can now take this opportunity to refill our health and stuff. And then we can leave. But wait. We get thwomped. And we're going again. Now, interesting thing happens here. His head is covering our inventory. So we can't use all of our inventory. If we drag him upwards here, now I can use this item, but only this item. And it's not very useful for me to use right now, so we'll take risks on this. I can use my sun power to get some health back on this corridor. This column, should I say. And now he's got on board. He puts his hand over to block us, but I got a big sword. Sorry, friend. Right. That move is free, which gives us 1 pip of our sun. Otherwise, things are a little less friendly looking. And we're at full health. So, unless I want to risk trying to get to a full sun power here, well, we do. It just means we're 1 health down, but when we go through the door, we get a health, everything is fine. And through our little transition screen here, into the next biome. Right, so, new enemies. The snakes have 3 on blue, the eggs have 1 on red, and there's plenty of fruit here. There's often lots of fruit on the round after the boss blind, or after the boss blind, after the boss. So we should be alright for a minute. Let's do this and that, and then we can just wipe this whole trio. Now, because we are deeper in the dungeon, we have to do 6 actions to unlock doors now, not 5, so beware of that. And we find our friend. Give him a penny. What a pleasure. The water in the fountain hides a secret. Will you be attentive enough to find its melody? Drop in again sometime. So that's our mate who gives us clues about things. For the steep, steep cost of a whole penny. We now have these fungus traps. If we... Oh, inflicts 1 poison, 3 poison will kill you. Yeah, so if you get 3 of them, you're dead. So beware that. Let's start here. And now we need 3 more. We can take that one there. And then we can take 2 from the top row. And if we do get one of the poisons, we don't care because we only need 2. 2 actions can't gain 3 poison. These little spiny guys, every other turn, go into their shell and become much, much easier to kill. Let's go top row, and then second row, and then top row. And we're into a nice rhythm here. Not that I needed to do the extras, but it's fine. And back to the shop. We've got 106. Stuff gets more expensive in the shop as you travel down the depths, but so far this run has been going quite well. Squashing a golden bug gives more coins. Those are the ones running around the shop, but they run around faster. That's just a win-win, really. Attraction to magic monsters down, attraction to strawberries down, attraction to magic monsters down, attraction to chests down. I'll take the chance at some extra money. Thank you so much. Okay. These birds. They get stronger every time one of the fledgling eggs is destroyed. So we want to kill these guys as a priority, but there's no saying whether we'll get to this side or this side first. That's unideal. But we can do the whole bottom row to finish up the floor, so... top has a chance to not be deadly. We've only done 2 poison, right? Yeah, 1 of 3. Right, let's get out of there. So, there's this cocoon thing. Oh. White, red, blue. It was on the little pips of the creature that flew away. That was more money. Inventory space, or I think this is cheaper flour. I'm going to take some inventory space. I need to check my replay, I think, for that. Okay, we've got bees, and this guy spawns a monster on each empty tile. So if we kill something and then move off that tile, or if we get a chest and move off a tile, they will create something behind us, which is unideal, because it's always going to be something that's stronger than us. So hopefully we kill it before it can kill us, except we're on full health, so we'll start with some freebies. And that's 6. No, that's 5. That's 6, and we leave on full health. Nay, bother. We could probably start thinking about donating some coins. If you hold the button down, the coin rate accelerates. Send that back on up. Right. A rope allows you to climb back to the surface and keep all the gold you have. We're not going to do that today because I'm just invested in seeing new stuff. Candles light up dark floors. I will grab that. If we break this bug, we get 22 gold, which is lovely. I want to get rid of the die, but I can't get rid of it. I can only re-roll everything, but I want to buy the key. So let's use the die, and we find a key. Lovely. Does re-rolling find another new golden bug? Does not seem so. Alright, so this darkness is the problem that the candle can solve. However, right now we can kill these guys and we have 2 blue to hit them. And then they will illuminate some of what's around them. I can see that chest is free, this is safe, and then this whole row and this whole row are both safe. So, fortunately, nothing scary hiding in the dark here. We can try for a chest. And because we missed, we can now grab that strawberry, be on our way. Killing 3 monsters weakens 3 random monsters, -1 for 1 turn. Killing 1 special monster weakens all common monsters, -1 for 1 turn. Picking up a strawberry weakens nearby monsters. Give me killing 3 weakens 3, please. Now, if you're new to the game, you will have fewer decisions about the teeth that you can find in those statues, but as you unlock more stuff in the stars of the overworld, that is where you can unlock more teeth. Right, we've got 1 bird, 1 guy that's going to steal our stuff. Come on, game. Thank you. Right, so I should have attacked up here while the debuff was present, and I neglected to. Can we get this fruit? Yeah, we can. Alright, we're out. Another shop ice cube weakens all monsters -1 for 2 turns. I really should use this plant to see what happens. But so far we don't need it, and so... Alright, well we didn't get the bird, but we need 2 more. We can do the 2 on the bottom row. And that is completely fine. Lots of traps here make me uneasy. Because there's traps in every row. If we get to 2 out of 3 poison, we can use our key to open the gate to the next door, next floor, so... We'll see how we go here. Okay, that's 2 poison. Every floor is a risk to our death, so... We're just going to leave. There's a golden bug. The risk, I guess, is that you might accidentally buy something you don't want. Destroys a random monster on each row. Or we could take a spare one of these. I'll take the cluster bomb, thanks. Floor 44. There's only 2 eggs. Start up here, that's a bad one. I was hoping to get enough rounds in that I could then get the strawberries down here reasonably safely, but... We get out, we're okay. That's fine. If you finish the game, or if you get to the end of the current version of things, you get to keep all the gold that you have retained, so that's nice. Don't know what this guy is. It could be a chest because it's glistening, but it could be an enemy that you get gold for killing. It was a chest. Alright, we are healthy enough that I can investigate, and we're going to be just fine. Scooch on by. More inventory space. I'm not sure what that is. I guess I'm taking the thing I don't recognize. Oh, it's the Members Club card. We get a 25% discount at the shop. I have seen that before, I just didn't recognize the square shape. Okay, 6 health. This is 4 for free. So let's start here. That's what I wanted to happen. Take 1 hit of health and then get the food back. Amazingly, didn't hit any of the flies that were backfilling the spots that we were in, any of the bees, excuse me. Get the extra cash. Here is our coupon. So everything here is discounted. I think I'm gonna use this candle. I think we're past the concern of dark floors. And take a fresh key. Still don't know what this does. We'll find out eventually. That was unexpected. Alright, that's okay. One more. Not bad. Get some healing on the way down. Okay, you're still here being annoying. there's a boss ahead, hence the drippy red door again. So I was thinking about using some of my items, but I'd really rather save them for boss fights if I can. One more. No! No! I was not paying enough attention. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I want to see the new stuff, but it's already past 10 PM because I did Major League Balatro tonight. So I'm going to make you guys have to wait, but what I might do, this video is going to go up at 4 PM British time on Tuesday, the 30th of September. If I can, this video will go up at 4 o'clock. At 6 o'clock that night, I will try and stream the game for a while because I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I biffed it. I just biffed it. But we can buy something. We can get a chili at the shop. And that is all. Alright, for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'm sorry I biffed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.